If you were hiking and saw Bigfoot, which of your friends and family would believe you?
Nobody would believe me. They would think I'm crazy.
Everybody would believe me.
They would? Why would they believe you?
Because I don't make up tall tales like that. Like, I've just never been one to make stuff up.
Oh, interesting.
So they would take me seriously.
Yeah, I think everyone would believe me. Well, I think my brothers and sisters would believe me. My mom would believe me. I'm not sure if my nieces and nephews would believe me.
Okay,
That's where the
My stepsisters, a more extended family, they wouldn't believe me. But anybody in my inner circle, they know I don't make stuff up.
Definitely my son would believe me. That's like the one I know for sure. And then definitely not my parents, though.
My son wouldn't believe me.
Interesting.
No.
When I used to get in trouble at school, my mom and my grandma, they were always on my side.
I mean, to other people, I would be on their side, on my son's side. But I don't think like, just if we were talking and I said I saw Bigfoot, he wouldn't be like, yeah, whatever, dude.
I for sure wouldn't believe you.
Like this. They would believe that I believed it at the very least.
That's good.
Welcome to the Unofficial Official Story Podcast. This is episode number 8 of season number 5. Join us as we dive into the quirky, mysterious, and bizarre. From unsolved mysteries to peculiar pop phenomena, we uncover hidden stories and explore alternate realities. My name is Dwayne. It's interesting. Dwayne Ranger. Rangers, and Koji has a shirt on that says Rangers. And my name is Dwayne Perkins, but for this show it's Dwayne Rangers because I've always been more of a Rangers fan than a Devils fan or an Islanders fan.
Oh, interesting.
Talking hockey.
Okay.
And I'm not really a big hockey fan.
And I'm Koji Foot because we're going to be talking about Bigfoot. No, actually, we're not talking about Bigfoot, but we just talked about Bigfoot at the beginning. So Koji Foot, there you go.
And I'm Cat Chupacabra because we're talking about cryptids anyway. So let's go for it.
Got a theory or a mystery you want us to explore? Send it our way and we might feature it in an upcoming episode.
It's November and we're celebrating with you and your family World Animal Enrichment Day on November 12th.
What are you guys doing on World Animal Enrichment Day?
Tell you what I'm not going to do. I'm not going to kick a cat. I'm just playing.
That's weird.
What? That's just super
it's
random.
Animal Enrichment Day. I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't do that.
On that day only, though.
I wouldn't do it any day. But,
okay.
But you know, what's crazy is that's right before another important day on November 13th. I was just talking to someone about this. I'm going to date myself, but on November 13th, Felix Unger was asked to remove himself from his place of residence. That request came from his wife. It's from The Odd Couple. It's a show.
Who? Felix Unger?
Yeah, I was about to say, who's that?
The Odd Couple, Felix Unger and Oscar Madison.
Wow.
Is that a television show?
A movie and a television show. And a play, right?
Yeah, there was a play.
Yeah,
Oh,
a Broadway
yeah.
play.
I vaguely remember it.
One was clean, one was dirty. That was the gist of it. Yes.
Oh, okay.
See, for World Animal Enrichment Day, I'm going to cook. I'm going to enrich some animals with spices.
Oh, Jesus.
I thought you were going to say salad. To kinda,
no, I'm gonna marinate some animals.
Jesus.
They're gonna be real enriched with flavor.
You make a good point though, because some animals we adore and other ones, other animals we eat, and then we make fun of other people who eat the animals that we like. But then other people are like, I can't believe you eat those animals.
Like cows or something.
Yeah, so it's
Isn't that crazy?
It's all over the place.
So to be fair, to even it out, I'm going to marinate some animals and then I'm going to read to my dog to enrich him. Is that?
I'm down with that.
Enrich my
I'm
dog.
okay with that.
I always tell my dog I'm going to eat her. So I don't know. What does that say? Maybe I should eat her on the...
I don't know if I believe you.
If you didn't know, World Animal Enrichment Day was founded in 2016,
so old.
Johnny come lately, by animal behaviorist Sarah Jane White to raise awareness about the importance of providing mental and physical stimulation for animals under human care, from pets to zoo residents.
That's definitely not what I thought it was before I read that part. That's why this month we're taking a look at one of our favorite families of animals, cryptids, specifically the Jersey Devil.
Dun, dun, dun. Excuse me. However, before we get to that, let's introduce our guest. And our guest is a very, very special guest because she was our former co-host. Jennifer Field is an actress and California native, born and raised in the San Francisco Bay Area, a former Miss Asian America and current soccer mom of a tween. She has had recurring roles on General Hospital as the notorious assistant district attorney Jennifer Arden, and as the maniacal Dr. Ruby on the primetime Emmy and Peabody Award-winning series Unofficial. She just wrapped filming an episode for an NBC procedural crime drama and has a steamy thriller making the rounds on the film circuit. Is that the one you were talking about?
No, but yeah, there's a couple things in motion, but yeah, there's definitely that one.
Awesome.
Going around.
That's Jennifer, and she loves anything sci-fi, the outdoors, and spending time with friends and family. That last sentence felt like everything was super like about career, and in that last sentence it felt like your dating profile.
Bios are weird. I need to have someone edit it for me because I'm like, what do I say to sound humble, but also like talk about
ChatGPT?
Yeah,
or Gemini.
It's true.
Yeah,
I could run it through ChatGPT.
They do a good job of bios.
Yeah, I haven't thought about that. I don't really use it. I'll just tell my son to do it for me. Like, can you come up with the prompt, and then he'll just.
Honestly, it's this easy. You could just take what you already have and put it in ChatGPT and say, "Can you make this better?"
Yeah. Right.
100%.
Yeah. That's all.
Okay.
So, how does it feel to be a San Francisco Giants fan?
I don't want to wear my hat right now.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's okay. It's okay. It's like, everyone has to support losers once in a while. So
I mean, I'm hardcore. Like, I'm not a bandwagoner. Yeah. And like, I give an example a lot of times of the Warriors, right? So back in the 90s, they were like the worst team in NBA, right? And then they became, revolutionary with the Steph Curry phenomenon and stuff. So I remember friends of mine being hardcore Warriors fans, and people would be kind of like, because they're considered a crappy team, and look at them now. So that's how I feel about my Giants. I'm down with them through thick and thin, and we've had our heyday, and it'll be back.
Look, when some people support losers, it's sports. When I support losers, it's boyfriends. So, you know what?
Actually, maybe you and I have something in common.
Wait, hasn't like 3 billionaires asked you out or something like that?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Or I went on dates with 3. Did I say 3? Let me think. 1, 2. Who is the third one? Did I say 3? Or was
you could bring down the oligarchs single-handedly if you just would, you know what I mean?
I mean, I don't know why I couldn't just like find a way to fall in love with them.
Well, you don't even have to fall in love.
Well, it's because they're always kind of weird, I say, as though I've met some.
Yeah.
My best friend has gone out on some dates with some very wealthy men, and there's always something that's a strange quirk. One of them would only eat raw meat.
What?
That's crazy.
Like
He's a vampire. Did he go out in the daytime or what?
What does he do on?
It was an evening date.
What does he do on November 12th on World Enrichment Day?
That's a great question. We're gonna have to find him and stalk him. But yeah, no, they went on a date, and he asked for raw burger meat. And he ate the raw burger meat, and then but he was really nice and funny.
You can't even finish that date. You have to leave.
So she tried to give him a chance, but at the end, he goes in and gives her a kiss, and she said it just tastes like raw burger meat, and she couldn't go on a second date, even though he was a billionaire.
I could fall in love with a billionaire.
Teach me your ways.
I would just open up my legs and get pregnant.
You can't.
That's different from falling in love. I think it's scary. Do you know what love is, Koji? I don't know.
And I would say no to the prenuptial agreement. I mean, come on.
Well, speaking of the World Series, by the way, even though I don't hate it when the Dodgers win, they used to be the Brooklyn Dodgers a long, long time ago. I was torn because I was going for Toronto because America's in a state where I wanted Canada to win. But Ohtani, what he did was so great that I'm like, well, it would be a waste if they don't win because it's like the best performance ever, maybe.
Yeah.
So Jennifer, how's everything going with you? What are you working on?
Yeah, what is going on with me? Well, kind of like very different from my bio. I don't even think I told you. I actually just finished a year in like a jobby job, a real job. And I hadn't had one of those since I graduated college. So that was kind of interesting.
What do you do?
I was actually basically a research assistant for USC's political science department.
Oh, that's fun.
So I worked on this study for like a little over a year where I analyzed and transcribed and like annotated body cam footage videos from LAPD traffic stops.
Oh, cool.
So I actually talked about our podcast when we talked about kind of like, hey, when everyone's doing like an icebreaker, when we all first kind of got in, I was like, yeah, well, I've transcribed, even though I maybe only did it a couple times, but I explained my experience with using Otter AI and stuff like that, right? So that was kind of cool because I actually talked about this podcast. But yeah, I did that and it was, a lot to kind of bring in a day job with everything else I have going on, like the soccer mom stuff, acting stuff. But
does your child play travel or club soccer?
No, we're not quite
that crazy yet.
Yeah, and only I think part of it is actually because of me, because it's just more work for me, right? More like overnights and more commute.
Travel, yeah.
Yeah, traveling. So I think it's actually really because I can barely handle the soccer schedule as is.
Right.
Yeah.
And he's a fan of soccer. He watches it as well.
So
that sounds un-American, by the way. I'm just going to point that out.
I know, but now we're so into it.
Soccer is very American, but then they switch. Like every kid plays soccer, but then they switch to another sport.
Yeah.
But go ahead, yes.
Yeah, but I mean, we have Hyungmin's son over here at LAFC right now. So I'm super excited to see him play. I didn't get to see him since he came a few months ago to the team.
Right.
But
he used to be with the Tottenham Spurs.
Hotspurs, yeah.
Wow.
And I knew about him years ago, right? And then, so we're going to go see him next year.
I watched Premier League, yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. I remember I went to LAFC game with my son, and we went with these two guys who play this kid and this dad. They play club soccer.
Oh, okay.
And they were watching it, and they're like, ooh, ah, they're like saying all these things, and me and my son were like, they're just passing it to each other. And then we're and then so we're like, let's go get food. My son and I said at the same time.
That's hilarious.
So we got up and left, and then but they didn't want to go because they were watching the game.
See, some people find baseball just as boring.
No, I understand.
Baseball builds to these great moments, but you have to be patient.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you watch a game, I watched a game in France before, and they they actually clap for a good pass.
Yeah.
A good steal.
Or they have plays or something, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, what position does your son play?
He's defense, and I
nice.
forget what the name. Oh, was that bad? I forget what the name of the position is.
Defender?
Something on defense, maybe. Yeah, they switch him around a little bit. He really just does it because it's like the team sport he gravitated towards, and so I want him to do a little something. But he is still doing Brazilian jiu-jitsu.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, and I tried to get him to play baseball, as you may know, but he just wasn't into it. So that's okay. That's
it's
good. We
hard
still go to games.
to stand there as someone hurls object at you as fast, as hard as they can. I mean, some people can do it. I could never.
It's time to get to the bottom of this once and for all.
Yeah.
This is the current official story. The New Jersey Devil is said to roam the Pine Barrens, which is the largest remaining example of the Atlantic coastal Pine Barrens ecosystem.
Legend says the Jersey Devil was Mother Leeds' unwanted 13th child, born during a storm in the 1730s. The baby transformed into a winged beast with a goat's head and clawed hands. He killed the midwife and vanished up the chimney into the Pine Barrens, where it's said to prey on children near Leeds Point. I just got to know, though, who's Mother Leeds?
So it's a woman who had 13 children.
Right.
In New Jersey. In New Jersey.
Yeah.
So his mom was a lady in New Jersey, and then he turned into Satan. That's all we know.
Some say Mother Leeds was Deborah, wife of Japet. That's racist. Jap. It says Jap. I'm serious. This is Jap. Japet.
I think it's Japhet.
Japhet, like Jafar?
Like phone.
Well, why are they making me read this? Jap. Right? That's racism right there.
If you Google it, she's just, it's so interesting. Gemini, it's just Mother Leeds was a central figure in the legend of the Jersey Devil. There's no
it's Deborah. It's Deborah Lee. It's Deborah Leeds.
Deborah Leeds.
Okay. Who had 12 kids and lived in Leeds Point. Fun fact, Benjamin Franklin may have coined the name Jersey Devil.
And Franklin's publishing rival, Daniel Leeds, a loyalist with 9 kids and 3 wives, after Franklin's satirical witch trial story in the Pennsylvania Gazette, the legend exploded.
Wait.
This sentence is really weird.
Yeah, how can Daniel have 9 kids and 3 wives? Oh, because God.
I think it's a different
3 from each.
Different person with the name Leeds.
But then Deborah had 12.
I don't think you should use this intern again.
Well, that doesn't make any sense. Okay, anyways.
Let's get the story right before we get the story right once and for all. Okay, so Benjamin Franklin coined the term, and we're saying that his rival
was Daniel Leeds.
Yeah.
Who owned a publishing house that was a rival to Benjamin Franklin. And he had a wife named Deborah who had 12 kids. And then the 13th was the New Jersey Devil.
It's the last sentence of that one. After Franklin's witch trial story in the Pennsylvania Gazette, the legend exploded.
So basically, he's the one that is allegedly the one that created the idea of the Jersey Devil.
Okay, so they're saying that Benjamin Franklin wrote a satirical witch trial story in the Pennsylvania Gazette.
Yeah.
Which caused this whole thing to explode.
Allegedly.
Right.
Yeah.
You know how like the Bible was just a novel and then we kind of, no, I'm just playing. I'm joking. But yeah, somehow Ben Franklin maybe added fuel to the fire. Is that what we're saying?
Maybe, yeah.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. Another tale links the devil to a cursed love story during the Revolutionary War. A girl fell in love with a British soldier and gave birth to the Leeds devil.
It seems like it was like a challenge. It was almost like a, you know, they have like writing challenges.
Mm-hmm.
And it was like everyone wanted to come up with a new origin story because there's like 16 origin stories here. Or, and maybe it was a gypsy's curse. In one version, a woman refused food to a beggar and later gave birth to a devil child who fled into the woods.
That's giving Beauty and the Beast. Isn't that what happens? Like he refuses to give the beggar woman food and she turns him into the beast.
But also, people who panhandle on the street, they should get in front of this one.
Need to learn some magic.
Right.
The devil is said to haunt wetlands, screaming through the trees. Some believe it's a protector of the land. Even Napoleon's brother, Joseph Bonaparte, claimed to see it while hunting.
Naval hero Stephen Decatur allegedly fired a cannonball at a winged creature near Hanover Mill, but it flew off unharmed.
I think he just shot a bird and missed. I don't know. And here's another wild one. Captain Kidd, the pirate, supposedly beheaded a crewman to guard his treasure. Some say that the ghost and the Jersey Devil became friends, seen strolling the marshes together. Now, this is just fan fiction.
Well, and it's crew person.
Exactly. That's what I was trying to say.
Crew person now.
Oh, yes, thank you.
Farmers blamed dead livestock on the Jersey Devil. One even claimed to try to steal his chickens, eyes glowing red. Then came crop failures, droughts, and silent barns. What does that mean?
Like all the animals in the barn died.
Oh, okay. Got
The
it.
animals were really quiet.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
Yeah. Thank you. I mean, I didn't know. Panic spread. Massive footprints appeared in the snow. Schools closed. Factories shut down. All from fear of meeting the devil in the pines.
Sightings of the Jersey Devil stretch back to the 1800s from Bridgerton to Haddonfield, even up to the New York border. But you don't mess around. Don't bring that shit to New York, Jersey Devil. Back then, stories spread by word of mouth.
That changed in January 1909 when newspapers and police reports documented over 30 sightings with the creature crossing into Maryland, Pennsylvania, and Delaware. One account even claimed it attacked a trolley car. Police fired, but it vanished. Descriptions varied, but most agreed it looked like a twisted mix of man and gargoyle.
Frenzy pulled in scientists. Some thought it was a prehistoric holdout from the Jurassic era.
Theories flew. Maybe a pterodactyl? Is that how you say it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry. A marsupial, carnivore, or even a cloven-footed fispid. Is that how you... Jesus Christ.
That one I'm not sure.
Visciped. I think.
Visciped? Oh. Okay. I can't pronounce anything.
Yeah, Mr. Professor. Huh?
I just learned American recently, so
Right.
you know. But no one found proof, just questioned.
By the 60s, the legend was so strong that Camden merchants offered $10,000 and a private zoo for its capture. The Philadelphia Zoo matched the reward. One museum even painted a kangaroo green and strapped on wings to fake their own Jersey Devil.
That's kind of like in China where they put the dog as
Right.
the chow chow dog as a panda.
Oh, that's right. I saw
Remember that?
something
That
about
sounds
that.
similar
Yeah.
to that.
So funny.
Today, the Jersey Devil's a pop culture icon featured in the 1973 film The Legend of Boggy Hollow and reimagined in comics as JD, a truth-seeking environmental protector.
Okay.
That's funny.
Has anyone seen this movie?
No.
I haven't.
I didn't even know it existed.
But what if it was all a warning, a myth to keep kids out of the pines? Some say the devil was really a sandhill crane. 4 feet tall, 15 pounds, and aggressive when cornered, and known to circle in a fight.
Some say the Jersey Devil shows up every 7 years. Down south, he's feared, but up north, he's seen as a more gentle, even protective. In fact, some Vietnam vets view him as an anti-war symbol.
Well, time to put on our hunting caps. Is the Jersey Devil haunting South Jersey? When we return, we'll banish all the other theories and capture what really maybe happened.
Now that we've reviewed the evidence, let's give our theories. And I kind of want to go first. What I've realized is things that are haunted, all these kind of things, even houses and all this stuff. You know what never gets haunted? Like super corporate things. Like you never heard about a Walmart that's
or a
haunted.
penis. I don't think I've ever heard of a penis being haunted.
Maybe. I don't know.
Wilt Chamberlain.
Right. No, but corporations, I don't know if it's the lighting, it maybe fluorescent light makes the spirit leave. But corporate things, even if something was haunted, as soon as a corporation comes, the ghost leaves, right? So that leads me to this. I think maybe in the 1700s, 1800s, there were probably wild animals. There was something afoot.
A sandhill crane, maybe?
Yeah, that gave sort of birth and air to the legend. But that's long died out. So now what's keeping it going is there's some corporate entity that really wants that land.
Oh, so they're like having somebody haunted. I feel like this is the plot to a movie.
No, you know what it is?
No, it's like a
every
Scooby-Doo movie. I got you. Oh, no.
Sorry, I was going to...
I ruined your punchline. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, I was. No, it's good. You're right. Absolutely right. So basically, yes, this is exactly a Scooby-Doo episode. Someone's bringing down the value because it always comes down to wanting to build condos, right? It's like, it's always condos and like
hotels.
So if we could bring in the Scooby-Doo cast and if they would catch the Jersey Devil and rip off his mask, we would realize that it's some like real estate developer.
I wonder what real estate developer
and he would have got away with it.
Is super shady and would do something like that.
So right.
I wouldn't call Trump a real estate developer.
Yeah. I know, right? So the last 100, like since like the 1800s, whatever wild thing died, it's been this. It's been sort of like
they're playing the long game,
and they're gonna buy it for pennies on a dollar. You know.
I mean, there really are some people like that around just in different neighborhoods who will let their house fall into disrepair, like not water the lawn, just make it look like a haunted wreck to bring down the other prices.
Wait, who does that?
And then they could buy another one. Oh, there was somebody in my neighborhood.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I mean, it goes the other way. Like people come in and buy cash. They pay for a house way more. And if you do that to 2 or 3 houses, all the values go up.
I was going to say it's an ugly person. Like, it's never the same person. I think there's just like throughout history been really like unattractive, strange looking people.
And so they just go, they find
like an
refuge.
Incel.
They seek refuge.
Specifically, it's like an incel.
Well, incels aren't really unattractive, like physically a lot of times. They're just mentally unattractive.
That's true.
Because a lot of times, like Elliot Rodgers.
Incels are decent looking.
Yeah, like Elliot Rodgers wasn't like a terrible looking human. I mean, he wasn't like handsome either, but he wasn't terrible. But like he just was a fucking miserable human being.
Okay, I feel bad about what I said then.
I thought it was entertaining.
I don't know.
It doesn't have to be an incel. It can be. It can
just be like a weird looking person.
Yeah, aesthetically
and then they're
challenged.
just like innocently going through the world, or maybe they're angry and having a bad day.
We can just ask Dwayne what it's like.
Right. You know, it's interesting. It's interesting. Like, I was hanging out in Hollywood, and then someone said to me, "What are you doing outside of Jersey?" And I was like, "What?" And so I didn't I was like, "What are you talking about?" "I'm not from Jersey." And I said, "Sure you're not."
Is it like a club or something that they...
No, I just think that there's all these instances where there's like some unattractive person who's going about their life or like having a meltdown and people are like, "Oh, this is a cryptid." And it's like, no, it's not a cryptid. Like,
see, I love this theory, but I like it more if it's like Princess Bride, where the pirate or whatever was a different person. You know what I'm saying? When Wesley was
oh yeah.
I forget the name of the identity he assumed, but it was like they pass it on to the next person so the legend stays. So I think maybe like with your theory, like there's a person who's aesthetically challenged, they find someone else and they say, you know, you don't have many options. Why don't you take over
be the Jersey Devil.
My Jersey Devil responsibilities. Yeah.
Interesting.
Okay.
Like, okay, so my theory is the one that's gonna be the most obvious one that you guys never thought of. Okay,
I think, yeah.
Okay, so the Jersey Devil is actually Frank Sinatra.
What?
What the what?
Yeah, definitely the most obvious.
Yeah, he's a vampire. There's
old blue eyes.
Yes.
Okay.
He's from Jersey. He's probably the most famous person from Jersey. He's one of the most famous.
He's from Hoboken. Bruce Springsteen. Yeah.
I think
maybe Frank Sinatra.
Right,
yeah. Maybe. Yeah.
He wanted to, he's always been really famous and he's always wanted to dodge his fans. So that's where he goes to hang out. The Pine Barrens is
to Dodgers fans. I thought you said he was a Dodger fan.
I know, that's what I heard too. I was like, what?
He's there to Dodgers fans. And so he sings about flying to the moon. That's the song, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so people mistook that flying for the moon for actually flying. Because they heard the word flying. Back then, there was not TV, so they couldn't, just hearing it being said out loud was good enough. It was like, I don't know. This doesn't sound as good as I'm saying it out loud, but it's the truth. I mean, sometimes the truth is not exciting. I'm sorry to say that to you guys.
But Frank Sinatra has, I think he may, sometimes there's a lot of crooners, so he may not be the one that sings all these songs. But I feel like he sings about leaving his heart in San Francisco. Chicago is my kind of town, and New York. And you're saying he is the Jersey Devil. He's from Jersey. But he never did a song about Jersey, as far as
that would have been too obvious. The Jersey Devil did a song about the Jersey.
I see.
Yeah,
I see.
So, he wanted to throw people off because
Frank Sinatra,
he hated being the Jersey Devil. I mean, it's like a curse to him. So he was cursed with this beautiful voice and beautiful eyes, but he was the Jersey Devil.
So did he take a different form when he was on?
He was so beautiful. They called him ugly. Somebody called him ugly, just to make him feel not as good about who he was.
Right.
So, and then he just then people cuss it. Yeah, that's what they said. This is true.
So is he, how about the wings and all of that stuff?
No, he was singing about flying, so they assumed that he...
But I mean, did people see him in the woods, or they saw...
They saw what they thought was Frank Sinatra. It was probably Sandhill
maybe
Crane.
it was Dean Martin.
Or Sandhill Crane.
Sammy Davis Jr.
Sandhill Crane.
Okay.
Sandhill Crane's white, right?
Joey Bishop.
And he was white.
Other members of the Rat Pack. Okay, I got you.
Not Sammy Davis Jr. because he's black.
Right.
So you definitely wouldn't. They didn't think he was it, but he was a Sandhill Crane. I could have said he was Japanese cat. So
yeah, you didn't do Japanese. You didn't do an alien.
Yeah, and then not Asian. So
yeah,
okay.
This is a whole new.
This is progress.
This is progress.
Yeah.
Right.
Wait, what about the spottings before Frank Sinatra was born?
No, he's lived forever. He's a vampire.
So they've always been Frank Sinatra.
It's always been Frank from the very beginning.
Okay.
In fact,
he's still there.
Maybe Mother Leeds is his mother, Deborah Leeds, and his father is, what's his name? His father was Frank, not Franklin. Daniel Leeds.
Daniel.
Right.
So his real name was not Frank Sinatra. As
because if you had a name like
Leeds,
which sounds like a Mayflower name, you would change it to Sinatra. Especially in the 1800s, you would go, I want an Italian name, because Italians are so welcomed in this point in time.
Good job.
Exactly.
Right.
Okay,
Poking holes in it. Here's what I think it's mine.
Wait,
it's always a different person. No, I want to go back to mine for a second. Here's why I think it's always a different person. It's because there's so many origin stories. So one of them is Mother Leeds' son. One of them is from a gypsy curse. One of them is
the Cooper thing.
Sure.
Oh, okay. So we have
one can be Frank Sinatra's. One was from the other guy. What was the other guy one?
One was a gypsy.
There's somebody. Okay, there's gypsy, Mother Leeds. There's a Franklin. Yeah.
Yeah, there's a bunch. Okay.
There's the Napoleon one.
Jennifer, what is your theory here? Do you have a theory?
So you three, by the way, always have such the greatest theories. So mine is actually kind of harkens back a little bit to our Mothman episode that we did once upon a time. So basically, I was thinking when the Jersey Devil was first spotted, that was kind of around the time the South Jersey was known as being a haven for ex-slaves.
Really?
Yeah, from my research. So this was kind of like
I didn't know that.
If slavery was abolished in 1865, right? So, and it started being seen in the late 1700s or in the 18th century, right? 1700s. Yeah. So if you've seen, there was some articles talking about it being a bat. So there is a bat called the hammerhead bat that's native to Africa. And then it kind of looks like some of those drawings. So it hitched a ride. It was like a rogue, he just hung on onto the ship across the Atlantic and kind of made it over to the Jersey area, this hammerhead bat, or 2 or 3. And so because that area never had a lot of slavery, supposedly, the South Jersey, the bat was like a pet. And it got passed down, or the bat had kids, something like that. And so that's why around that time, that's when he first was spotted, right? Because that was where slaves could be free And so then the
Interesting.
bat was around there, right? Because he was hanging out with his
So he
owner.
was the pet of a slave who became free.
Exactly.
It was just flying
So-
around.
Thank you, Kat. Thank you.
How big are these bats?
They're, I think,
They can
3
get pretty
feet
big. Here's a
wide
picture.
Oh,
wingspan.
wow.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow. Yeah. So
Yeah.
so basically, did people just see it, or did it have a function? Like, was it used to protect those free slaves, or was it used to run them off the land, or was it just there?
Oh, I didn't think about that, but maybe they're a protector, because isn't that part of the lore? Is that it's a protector of the
environment.
Yeah, so maybe that's what it was, and that's kind of
It was a
how-
woke bat. Maga's gonna kill him all.
so so that's why it was kind of spotted around that time. And the reason why this Jersey Devil was spotted in later years, like in the 20th century, was because remember in the Mothman, it was a sandhill crane was one of the theories. So it was actually the reason it was spotted later is that it kind of died out, is what I was thinking. The hammerhead bat could not survive. So it was actually later became the sandhill crane that people were seeing, because he was hanging out. They were hanging out over there in West Virginia, where the Mothman bridge thing happened. And then they kind of made their way also, hitched a ride on a car and made it to South.
The next time I murder somebody, I'm going to blame a sandhill crane.
But see, this can work with my theory, because
how
it was
has,
that, and now it's some corporate tycoon
it's different
trying
thing.
to get the land.
Okay, it could be all of them.
It's multiple. There's
and at
multiple
a few
reasons.
points in time, there were some really unattractive people who got mistaken for it as
And
well.
one of which
Yeah.
was Frank Sinatra.
But yes.
Okay.
All
Okay, I think-
together. They all work together.
By the way, for some evidence for yours, African hammerhead bats live 25 to 35 years.
What do they eat?
There you go.
What do they eat?
I
don't
think
know.
it's fruit.
Slave masters.
Did you say
Not
people?
Well, maybe they ran out of all the fruit,
they
so they
eat
started to eat people.
fruit, specifically figs, and they also like mangoes, bananas, and guavas.
Which there are a lot of in Jersey.
That's why they started eating cows and people.
And people, yeah.
They have really weird looking faces, though. Like,
See?
for real.
Maybe
Look at
they're
this
ugly.
thing.
Look like the cartoon. I mean, the drawing in the paper.
Yeah, like if I saw this, if I had no idea, like I'd never seen this, I would think it was an evil spirit
I can't
for
even,
sure.
like this, from this picture, I don't know what the face is. I think I see the nose, kind of.
Yeah, its mouth is like, it's just a really, you guys look this up. It's like an orchid, but if an orchid was the lower half of the face.
That picture looks like it was taken from a door, a peephole of a door. And it was like right up in the front. And you're like, dude, I can't see who you are. Take a step back.
Jennifer's theory is sounding more and more alike.
I mean, I think that's the one.
The interesting thing about your theories, I didn't know this history, and I'm so intrigued. I'm going to have to read it up about the Quakers, and they were abolitionists, and they sold houses to black guys, to black people. It's really interesting.
This is a great time to talk about the Quakers. Are very great people. They're the first white people to be anti-slavery.
Mm-hmm.
They were the first people for women's rights and the amendment for women's rights. They were also the only national organization that spoke out against the incarceration of Japanese Americans during World War II.
Oh, wow.
So and then during the war, they not only were supporting the Japanese Americans and not supporting the incarceration of them, they actually went and brought them to Quaker schools. And we took them out of the camps and brought them to Quaker schools and put them in homes. So they were actually doing, like, they've done the work since the beginning. They're anti-gun violence.
Staying on the right side of history.
I want to be Quaker.
I mean, of all the organizations, I mean, the Quakers.
Is there a Quaker church?
I knew there was a reason I loved oatmeal.
They don't have a church. No, they don't have a church structure. Like, they're very, like, egalitarian. Like, they don't have, like, a priest and stuff. They have it's like a very, like, everybody sits around and does it together.
And that area was, Quaker, Quakerhood neighborhood. And so they just let the little bats roam free.
That's why the Japanese Americans and the Quakers we always like to talk about them, because they were the only organization that was from the very beginning down. And then whenever they take a stand, they're always on the right side of history.
That's really
They've always been on the right side of history from the very beginning. Cool. Even when it was like, I mean, they were abolitionists in like the 18th century. Like they were like not like 1860 when people were already kind of moving toward that way. Yeah. They were there when it was unpopular. Women's rights, unpopular. Oh, gay rights. They were for gay marriage. They've been there for like the whole time. Anyway, I like that theory.
I do too. Like, I really like all this. Well, most of the theories go.
Whoa.
I was going to actually try in something else. I was trying to find that when were glasses invented and perfected? And I was going to tie in that the reason they thought this bat was so much bigger, as big as a sandhill crane, was because glasses hadn't quite developed by then. But I couldn't quite tie
Well,
that.
Benjamin Franklin, didn't he do bifocal?
He
I
did.
believe so. Yeah.
He did.
Yeah, so then maybe that might have
So
something to do with
then,
it.
yeah, but that means then they could see better.
Maybe he was in love with a freed slave or a runaway slave, and he just didn't want to admit it.
It's hard to tie the glasses.
Yeah, I know. I
I'm
tried,
just
though. I
saying.
was kind of
I'm just saying.
that makes sense.
No, but this bat is excellent. Well, it's time for us to pick the unofficial official story, one that will answer this question once and for all. So which theory do we want to go with today? I think I know already.
I mean, I think Frank Sinatra. I'm just kidding. I think Jennifer.
I think Jennifer's,
Yeah, I vote for Jennifer's.
Because, and also it
Wow.
ties into like a true historical thing, which is kind of
Wait,
cool.
you're saying Frank Sinatra's not a vampire?
Wait, are you saying that ugly people don't exist?
Wait, am I saying that there aren't tycoons who are always looking to take over some stuff?
And that's the official story. We'll take another break and we'll figure out if some of these other cryptids are real as well. Since we discussed the possible existence of the New Jersey Devil, let's switch it up a bit. Which of these California cryptids are real? But by the way, before we get to this, I just want to mention that I don't know why I didn't mention it earlier. Cryptids are the only kind of supernatural weird thing that I can't get behind for whatever reason. Like
Really?
Bigfoot, Loch Ness Monster, none of
I
those things.
totally believe in them.
Really?
Yes. Okay, so especially for Bigfoot, I mean, I could really get into Bigfoot, but humans, we're not like Homo sapiens is just like one kind of
You
homo.
said homo. Yeah, I'm just kidding.
Right. There were
Sorry.
all these other sort of humanoid ones that were around at the same time as Homo
Cro-Magnon or
sapiens.
something,
Yeah, but then Homo sapiens basically killed them all
Yeah.
through wars and stuff. Well, what if they aren't all gone? And so that's
Right,
where I
right.
believe in like Bigfoot could be one of those others.
But also how
I like
you,
that.
Koji, you always say like aliens are a reflection of like the psyche of where
Yeah.
we're at. I think cryptids kind of fit
Yeah,
that
they
too.
fit that.
But also, like you're saying, there were different types of man or different type of human-like things that didn't win out. But if you like in Australia, like Australia is a weird place because it feels like the animals are from like thousands of years ago. So yeah, these things kind of, walk the planet. Like the animals look weird. Everything is weird down there.
The best explanation I've ever heard for cryptids is the idea of tulpas. I think I've probably talked about this a million times on this podcast, but tulpas is this idea from the East where basically if you give enough thought and if people give it enough thought and belief and talk about it
I've heard
enough,
of this.
that
Mhm.
it becomes real. So that's why I like, for example, the most classic example is Slender Man. Like Slender Man was started in whatever year it started. It was like a picture in
Yeah,
a
it's a
viral
creepy-
video.
Creepypasta.
No, not even creepy. It was
Oh.
a picture competition, a creepy picture competition. And so like that was basically the first, and then people started talking about it, writing stories, creepypasta. They started making movies and shows and just doing so much about it. It eventually became real. In a lot of ways, people think about Bigfoot like that, right? Where they spend so much energy and thought and they even hunt for it. They look around for it. And the idea is that, these people put so much energy into the world. They basically just manifest
Right,
a Bigfoot.
right.
That's why you could like walk around and find a Bigfoot, but then you can't find evidence for a Bigfoot. I mean, that's the only thing.
I mean, that's arguable. There are some organizations that get actual reports about Sasquatch sightings in different parts of the U.S., like
Around the world.
Arkansas.
around the world.
Yeah. And so they have like whole databases of it, and they'll go and send out expeditions to see what they find. And there's like I just listened to a whole podcast episode of it. But yeah, they know what they sound like. They
Yeah.
know all of it.
I think if you are looking for Bigfoot or anything, then you should first go to the Apple store and just buy a bunch of AirTags. Next time you see them, throw an AirTag at them and hope
that it sticks.
hope it sticks.
I thought you were
and
going to
go
say,
back.
okay, you get an AirTag, you get really big shoes. You put an AirTag in the shoes, put them in the forest.
Oh,
a
I like
Bigfoot
that.
will eventually need shoes.
or put them in like some kind of a rabbit, like a dead rabbit, or something that he's gonna eat, and then the AirTag is in his stomach.
Okay. All right, so let's look at some California cryptids. All right, for the Wet Souls Riverside Monster, it's a lanky, leaf-scaled creature with glowing green eyes and clawed limbs. First spotted near the Santa Ana River in 1958. Real or fake? Jennifer, real or fake?
I thought that was fake. I just felt like there wasn't enough sightings of
Yeah,
it.
what kind of monster wants to be in Riverside? I spend every day in Riverside. I know.
I think it's fake because it sounds like whoever made this up was at the mall and was like, okay, Wet Souls. like that one sketch from
Right.
that
Also,
one Key and Peele.
1958. it's too late. It's too late to
Create a cryptid.
to be cryptid. Yeah.
Is there even a river called the Santa Ana River?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think there is.
Oh, okay.
But it's in California. All the rivers look like reservoirs. So in Southern Cali, yes.
Yeah. Subterranean reptilians of LA, allegedly an ancient, technologically advanced race of lizard-like beings who built a vast underground city beneath Los Angeles to escape a meteor catastrophe. Real or fake, Dwayne?
I'm gonna go real on this one. Yeah.
Why?
Because, well,
Just
you
feels
know
right.
how people always say Hollywood people are like reptiles or something.
Yeah.
So maybe these are these people, and
Oh.
they come up and they just take all the roles.
Interesting. Cat?
Fake.
Fake, why?
Just sounds too crazy. Technologically, under the city, we have so many earthquakes. If we had a city under the city, the whole thing would have collapsed.
Jennifer?
I think that they were onto something, so I can't say real or fake because I do think that there are reptilians.
Oh, you're a reptilian person?
I think I have started to believe in it because I've started to hear stories from one or two friends
that are reptilians or that met reptilians?
They know reptilians and met reptilians, and it's like that thing of like, who would believe you if you said you saw Bigfoot? And I believe this friend of mine.
I mean, look, I've seen footage of Erica Kirk, and if there's such a thing as a reptilian,
There you go. There you go. So then, so I feel like that particular story about the underground may not be right, but the reptilian part, he must have heard one or spotted one at some point coming from under the ground.
Interesting. All right. So Fresno Nightcrawler, a mysterious leggy cryptid resembling a walking pair of pants, captured on surveillance footage in California and known for its eerie silent strolls. Cat, real or fake?
that one's real
That one's real. Why?
because it doesn't have any weird details to it.
The leggy cryptid is not a weird.
No, because this other one is like, oh, they're like technologically advanced race, an underground city beneath Los Angeles. The other one's like, we're named after a pretzel chain. And this is just like, okay, it sounds like a real name. It's a place and a description of what it is. And that's how things are named. And then leggy cryptid resembling a walking pair of pants. That sounds like something somebody would have seen on footage. Like it's just vague enough that I think that's realistic.
Well, I have to check the surveillance footage, but I would say fake because it's Fresno, and I just think just some weird dude up in Fresno. It's not like it's just a person.
Just a guy on meth.
Well, as a person from Northern California, you're an expert.
It's a person with a short torso who just walks around. But you can't call Fresno Northern California.
It's not Northern California?
I think it's central, but I feel like it's almost NorCal. It's pretty close.
It's like a 4-hour drive.
Yeah.
But it's also a 4-hour drive to San Fran.
Is
Yeah.
it?
Or 6, yeah.
6.
Just because
And
of
also,
where-
there's
oh.
like another 6 to 10 hours in California if you continue driving north.
Yeah, so I really liked this Fresno Nightcrawler one because I hadn't heard of it. I think it's real. I just don't know if it's a cryptid. It could be like a ghost or something.
Oh,
I like
I
ghosts.
thought it
I
was,
like ghosts.
yeah. Did you guys see the photo? Because it looks pretty like, I'm like, that? I can't quite tell if that's fake or not. And supposedly the surveillance video is lost.
I was going to say it's somebody hiding from ICE, but this is way before ICE. So.
Oh, wow. I'm looking at the pictures.
It
of the
looks
Fresno
weird.
Nightcrawler.
I'm like, I think it might
Oh, this
be a
looks
ghost.
horrible. I wish I didn't see this.
I
It's
know.
late too. I don't need to be seeing stuff like
It's
this.
scary.
I'll hold you tonight, Dwayne. Don't worry.
Thank you.
That's terrifying.
Scary.
Okay.
I'll cuddle with you.
Aw.
I'll cuddle with
So
all of you guys.
Wetzel's, what's the Wetzel's
love
Pretzels
cuddling.
ghost?
Absolutely
Wetzel's.
horrible.
It's scary. It's disturbing.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to stay up late and watch some other stuff. Anyway, it's fine.
Let's see. I'm looking at the Wetzel's Riverside Monster. It just kind of looks like an alien, like a gray alien, but tall.
Asian?
Could be. And then what's the subterranean?
They just look like reptilians.
Okay. Well, oh yeah, those are reptilians.
I mean,
Yeah, no,
those pictures didn't look photoshopped, so I don't know. Maybe.
I mean, you can't trust photos, so honestly, the photos are meaningless.
Thank you, Jennifer, for coming on with us. Please tell us where people can follow you and stuff.
Oh, thank you. I guess if for anyone listening, I have Instagram. My tag is Miss Jennifer Field, MISS JENNIFER field, like a baseball field. But I was actually thinking the other day, how long can I hold on to the miss part? Like, what if I'm in my 50s and 60s?
You could be a miss.
I
forever.
could, huh? But then people are like, oh, you're just a little spinster. Like, I was just thinking about that the other day. Anyway, yeah, so I have Instagram. I do have an episode of, I can't say, but an NBC procedural crime drama that will air, I think, sometime in January. I have a couple scenes in. I'll put it on my Instagram when it comes out.
Congrats.
And then, my steamy thriller is on the film festival circuit. It's called Faithless.
Is it a feature or short?
It is a short. Yeah. And where else? Yeah. See me at a Dodger Stadium whenever the Giants are in town. I'd always try to go. See you guys there next year.
Don't sit in the bleachers, though.
Well, we truly appreciate your support and enthusiasm for our quirky, mysterious, and fun-filled journey. Your curiosity and engagement make this podcast a joy to create. Stay tuned for more intriguing stories, and remember to share, subscribe, and leave a review. Until next time, keep wondering and stay unofficially official.
This is really exciting about the next episode, so listen closely here, guys. In the next episode, we'll be discussing a certain green question. Is broccoli actually poisonous? I love broccoli.
Dun, 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 dun.
Same.
Broccoli's
But-
like,
I've had it a lot, so and you like it, and we're both still here.
maybe
so.
we're not.
It gives me gas.
Oh, it is supposed to be
Yeah, that's what they're
doing
saying.
that to your body. Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you guys for listening. Thank you, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.